Today on Another World.
No, please, Mitch, don't go.
I don't want to leave. It's just that we both agreed to stay away and not put any pressure on you.
Yeah, but I need somebody.
You know, you can't borrow one tomorrow. Jamie, you're bright. Maybe a little too bright. But I don't think you realize that what you're dealing with could kill you.
I want you to play in Montreal. Because I want to go with you.
You want to go to Canada with me?
Yeah, I do.
I'll be gone 3 days.
For months you've been hounding me to leave Jordan.
And I think that might have been bad advice. Dangerous advice.
No. He has to pay for everything he's been doing. He's been getting away from things for much too long. Now I am the one that is in the position to get him, and I'm going to do it.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Thank you for coming over.
You sounded upset.
I am upset.
Why?
I confronted Mac about the adoption papers.
Wasn't a mistake, was it?
No, it wasn't a mistake. He's very determined.
What happened?
We fought.
Well, I'm sorry.
So am I. I hate this.
Look, I know it's going to be difficult for you.
Difficult? It's impossible. I'm being asked to choose between what's best for my husband and what's best for my son.
Blaine?
Larry, you nearly scared me to death.
Nearly took 2 or 3 days off my life just seeing you here, too.
What are you doing here anyway?
I just came by to put something on Jordan's desk.
Really? What?
Oh, it's just something.
Well, I want to see that something.
Well, who are you, chief of police?
I want to know why you're sneaking around here like a kid after a cookie jar.
Look, I already told you.
I don't believe you.
To be honest with you, Blaine, I don't really care what you believe.
Listen, Larry, you're not a tough cop here. You're just another employee of Jordan's. If something goes wrong, you can't call for a backup. You're on the other side of the fence now, you know.
I don't need you to tell me where I am.
Oh, wait a minute. That is where you are wrong, big brother.
You just stay out of this, all right?
You are...
This doesn't concern you.
You don't know how far in you're over your head.
And you aren't?
No, because I know exactly what I'm dealing with.
Oh, yeah? Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Then why are you lurking around here like some alley cat?
I got a reason to be here.
Well, so do I.
Jamie, what are you still doing here?
Well, I had some stuff to finish up. What about you? Did you forget something?
No, I just have some thinking to do. But what are you doing that's so important you couldn't put it off till tomorrow?
Well, I was doing some thinking, too. And while I was at it, I thought I'd put something in Taylor Halloway's file.
Oh. We got a problem there?
Yeah.
Come on in my office. Let's talk.
And you know what doesn't make any sense at all?
What?
Mac is going totally against my wishes in this. It's as though he doesn't even care what I feel about this.
Do you really believe that?
Yes, I do. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's as though he's punishing me for something.
For what?
I don't know.
You don't know, or you're not telling me?
I don't want to say.
Then if you don't want to say, how can I help you?
Mac feels that the reason I don't want him to adopt Matthew is because I still have feelings for you.
And do you?
I have very strong feelings regarding your rights for your son.
That's not what I asked.
Yes, I care about you very much. You've become a very good friend to both of us. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be married right now.
And now I'm on the verge of breaking up that marriage.
Well, what do I do?
I don't know what you do. I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself. I know how I feel. I love you. I would like to see the two of us raise Matthew, but that's what I feel.
So no matter who I turn to, the decision rests on my shoulders, doesn't it?
That's right.
But don't you see, if I support you in this, that I lose my marriage? If I support Mac in this, I deny my son his father.
Then you're gonna have to take some time and find out what it is that you want.
I don't think Mac is willing to give me any time.
Then don't let him pressure you.
How do I stop him?
You talk to him. I'll talk to him. I'll tell him to back off and give you some time to make a choice.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think it's a great idea. I don't want a scene with your husband, but I think it's important enough to have it.
You do that for me?
Yes, I will do that for you. I will do it now.
Okay, well, just tell me what happens, okay?
Okay, Blaine, I'll level with you. I came in here to look for something.
Larry, I don't know if you know what you're doing. This is a very dangerous game.
That's right, and the stakes are real high. I figure it's enough to make the gamble.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just how reliable are you these days, Blaine?
You can trust me with anything.
My life? I'm looking for something to nail Jordan Scott.
I thought you were friends. I thought you were getting along fine. I thought you liked working here.
That was all a cover-up in order to get close to his operation.
What is... I don't understand.
I was a cop. Now I'm an undercover cop. I guess I did a pretty good job.
You mean this whole thing? The loan, the getting fired from the job, the working here, this whole thing is all... I guess I should have known that, but...
It's the truth, Blaine. And you're the only one who knows about it now, except for me, Jerry, and Captain Petroni.
Jerry?
That's right. Our little fight was staged. Jerry's my contact.
I don't understand. Why didn't you tell me this?
Honestly?
Yes.
Because back then I didn't know how far you could be trusted. And I couldn't take a chance on getting my cover blown. You love the guy, Blaine.
No, I don't. I don't know, maybe I didn't want to see it before, but now it's very clear to me. The man I live with... it makes me sick to my stomach just to think about it.
I know. Now you can't get out of it.
No, I think I got away.
Yeah, how's that?
Well, I think that Jordan keeps a record book where he writes down everything, a record of everything he does. Now, if I can get my hands on that book and then take it to the authorities... What are you laughing at?
It's the book. That's what I came in here for.
How'd you know about the book?
I came in one day, unexpectedly, and I saw Jordan with this little black book out here, and he was writing in it. And the way he hid it made me suspect that he had something pretty important inside of it.
Yeah, well, I've seen him writing in the book, too, but I checked the drawers. I can't get in there. Locked.
Yeah, well, maybe there's a way.
How?
Tools of the trade.
Come on, Larry, hurry up. If Jordan comes in now...
Okay.
Got it?
It's not there.
Darn it.
Maybe it's in the safe somewhere.
No, I checked the safe. It's not there.
Blaine, do you have any other idea where it might be?
I don't know. Maybe it's at home somewhere. I'll look when I get there.
You better hurry up and find it because you don't have much time.
I know that. It's already getting pretty uncomfortable. Oh, Larry, I hate that you are involved in this. I'm so glad you told me what you told me. It makes me understand so much more.
Well, I've hated it too. especially for what I had to do to Clarice and Corey. I couldn't tell them, Blaine. It was too dangerous. In fact, it still is.
Yeah, it is. Poor Clarice.
It tears me up sometimes, you know?
Oh, Larry, I'm so sorry. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't...
Blaine, just don't say that,
it's
all right?
It's the truth.
Okay, look, this may be over someday, real soon.
If it was over yesterday, it wouldn't be soon enough for me.
I've been going over these figures very carefully, and I don't think we have any alternative but to buy out the project ourselves.
Oh, Jamie. You know, Taylor's a very shrewd businessman. I don't think he would have come to this decision without a lot of hard thought. Maybe we should follow suit, sell out our share in the dock site as well.
Wait, Mac, at least hear me out before you even think about that. Now, believe me, and I've got the figures to back it up, selling out for us would be a financial suicide.
All right, Jamie. I'll listen to your proposal. But first tell me, why do you think selling out is such a mistake?
All right, it's very simple. If both you and Taylor pull out of the project, any potential buyer will realize there's a problem. And when that buyer hears about all the so-called accidents, well, he's going to look elsewhere for an investment. I mean, Mac, we'd be lucky if we could give the place away when you think about it.
So go ahead.
Well, I also think that we have a social responsibility to finish the dock project. I mean, docks have always been very attractive to organized crime, and I don't think Bay cities are any different. Now, if we just let this project go to the highest bidder, we could be giving crime a stronghold over the whole city, the whole business.
Yes, I have heard of that happening in other cities. So what is your proposal?
Buying Taylor out is the only way we can make that project successful and complete it on time.
Well, no, we could take another partner to help share the financial burden.
But if we do that, we'd have to allow for a transition time in ownership, Mac. Time we can't afford. I mean, we're already sinking so much money into the interest in that project already, we can't absorb any more delays. Mac, just listen. If we buy that project out ourselves, we can assume ownership immediately. I mean, that way we can keep going and hope to meet our deadline. And I want you to know that I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that it comes in on time. I promise you.
Can you back all this up statistically?
I sure can.
As you know, there's a board meeting tomorrow afternoon. Can you have your written proposal ready by then? I mean, ready for presentation.
Yeah, sure.
All right. All right, I'll go along with you. Just try to get it to me in time so that I get a good chance to look at it before the board meeting.
Do you want me to attend the meeting?
Well, you can if you like. I'm going to back up your proposal by presenting it myself, but it would be good to have you there to answer any, questions that might arise.
All right. Well, is there anything else?
What, Jamie?
I just asked if there was...
Oh, no. There's nothing else.
Mac, is something wrong? I mean, other than this Taylor Holloway business?
Is it that obvious?
Yes, it is.
Well, yes, I had a very serious argument with your mother this evening about who's going to be Matthew's legal father. I think that I should be. Rachel and Blake think that he should be. Principally, I'm trying to limit Blake's access to our lives. I think he's caused enough trouble in my life with Rachel, more than enough trouble already.
I agree with you completely, Mac.
Thank you. The fact that she doesn't agree not only hurts, but I have to admit it also puts questions in my mind that I had sworn I would never ask myself or Rachel ever again.
Is there anything I can do?
No, thank you very much, Jamie. This is something your mother's got to decide. Come in.
I'd like to speak with you. Alone.
Mac, you don't have to see this guy. I mean, you don't owe him anything,
No, it's all right. I'd like to hear what he has to say for himself.
I just came from seeing Rachel.
You sure didn't lose any time getting over there, did you?
That's a cheap shot.
No. The truth is never cheap. What's cheap is what you're managing to do with my relationship with my wife.
Rachel called me. She asked me to come over.
Well, she didn't waste any time either, did she?
She was upset because of a fight the two of you had. She needed someone to talk to.
She might have tried me.
Why? What is there to talk about? You've made your position very clear.
You mean you haven't?
Well, you're right. I'm determined as you are. That's why I'm here. But I'm not here to rehash feelings we might have for each other. I think we understand each other very well.
Will you come to the point? I have nothing to say to you.
I think both of us need to get out of her life for a while. I think she needs time to make a decision, to come to a decision that's right for her.
Unfortunately, you're a little late with your advice. I have no intention of seeing Rachel. It's in the hands of my lawyer.
Maybe I don't understand.
What's that?
If you love her, why are you treating her so coldly?
I love her more than my life. Do you? So I hardly have any choice but to follow where she leadeth.
Then maybe I just don't see it that way.
How's that?
I think she's trying to be fair with both of us. I think you're being selfish.
What are you being?
I'm being selfish as you are. That's why I think she needs time. That's why I think neither one of us need to pressure her.
Yes, well, I've already told you I'm not seeing her or speaking to her.
I have your word on that.
Yes. Yes, I think I'll give you my word on that because I'd like to see if a man like you can keep his word.
Hey, Rick, hi. Got a minute?
Sure, what can I do for you?
Well, what I guess I need is some professional help.
Oh, is your arm giving you problems?
No, my arm's fine.
Oh.
I don't know how to get into all this.
Sit down. After working a few weeks in the ECU, no problem could be new or different.
Well, as I told you last week, I've been working a lot at the complex lately.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is only short term, but right now, I'm under a lot of pressure.
And?
And I don't seem to have enough hours in the day to get done what I have to get done. I mean, I'm not talking about, extra stuff. I'm talking about your basic workload.
My diagnosis? You have too much to do.
No, you misunderstood me. It's not that at all. I mean, I have it all under control.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that there are some days when I have to meet a deadline or I have some extra work to do, and no matter how many hours I... No what?
I think I've made myself
No, at least hear me out.
No amphetamines, Jamie.
I have to stay awake.
No.
I've got a lot to do.
I don't want to talk about it.
But you don't understand.
Yes, I do understand, and that is why I am answering you.
Now, come on, look.
Jamie, why don't you just stop and think about what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Do you? You can't borrow one tomorrow.
I have to.
Jamie, you're bright. Maybe a little too bright. But I don't think you realize that what you're dealing with could kill you.
Hey. Come on, Rick. I'm not some irresponsible teenager or something.
Yeah, I know you're not, although you
Look,
begin to act like
it's
one.
only a short term.
Jamie, why don't you slow down, do as much as reasonably expected of you, and let it go at that?
I can't.
Well, I can't prescribe you drugs that might hurt you, may even kill you.
Look, Rick, you're my friend.
Yeah, that's right. And that's exactly why I'm not going to give you...
Rick, you're wanted in examining room 7. Is there something wrong?
real bummed out. What's the matter?
School. I got this big test coming up in history. Covering 7 chapters in this book. There's only 14 in the whole thing. Should give you an idea how much work I gotta do.
Yeah, you got a lot to study.
Yeah. I gotta pass this test.
This is getting more serious by the moment.
Yeah, it is, Sally, and I hope you're not making fun of it.
Sorry.
I mean, if I don't pass, I don't get to play up in Montreal next week.
I had a feeling hockey was behind this.
Yeah. It's a real important game.
Well, there's one thing you could do that might make a big difference.
And what's that?
Let me help you study again.
Yeah, thanks for the offer, but you got better things to do than to help me study history.
I might. Then again, I might not.
Yeah, right.
Come on, I want to help you.
Look, if I fail, Sally, I don't want you thinking this is all your fault. And I'll probably fail, so let's just...
Hey, I don't want you to fail.
Oh, yeah, that's simple, huh?
Yeah. Usually if I want something bad enough, I can get it.
Why is this so important to you?
Well, I do have selfish motives.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I want you to play in Montreal. Because I want to go with you.
You want to go to Canada with me?
Yeah, I do.
I'll be gone 3 days.
Well, that's what I'm counting on.
Well, how do you think your mom's gonna like this plan? I mean, she got all bent out of shape when she caught us kissing on the couch.
Yeah, well, don't worry about my mother. I can handle her.
How are you?
Oh, just fine. Work's good, and Kit and I are sharing an apartment.
Oh.
We all have a lot of fun together.
Oh, sounds like a nice setup.
Yeah, it is. Married life agreeing with you?
Married life?
Yeah, remember you and Cecile got married a little while ago?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been so busy lately, we haven't had much time to spend time with each other.
I see.
I guess it isn't really fair to Cecile when you come to think about it, is it?
Oh, I'm sure she understands.
You know, Marianne, I guess it's no secret that my work's important to me.
No, I guess just about anybody could see that right now.
What does that mean?
You look overworked. That's what I mean.
Look, it's only temporary. I mean, I've got a lot to do. It'll even out.
Marianne, Dr. Holloway needs some help, quick.
Excuse me.
I told you I wanted to know why the police posted a guard outside of Jerry's hospital room. Now, what'd you come up with?
Well, not much, really.
What does that mean?
Means that my friends down at the police station aren't that eager to talk to me anymore.
I told you not to let that get in your way.
Well, I tried my best, Jordan.
Yeah, well, let's hear about it.
Well, the police are investigating the accident, and they want to keep an eye on Jerry to make sure it was just a typical hit and run and nothing else.
Why would they suspect of something else?
Why, I mean, the time of night that it took place in that empty garage, you've got to admit that's pretty unusual.
Yeah, but the guy could have been drunk or stoned out on drugs or who knows what else.
Well, I'm sure they're aware of those possibilities.
They must have a reason.
Well, it might have to do with the fact that Jerry was an ex-cop and a lawyer. He came into contact with a lot of criminals. Maybe one of them had a grudge against him. And why are you so interested in this accident anyway?
I'll ask the questions around here, Ewing.
No,
I want the information. That should be enough for you.
I guess I seem a bit curious.
I don't pay you to be curious. Pay you to do your job. As a matter of fact, I make it my policy to give raises to people who aren't curious, okay? You, get my point?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Now I got another assignment for you.
Oh, what's that?
I want to know exactly what information the police have about this case and how their procedure is developing.
Look, that's going to be pretty hard, Jordan.
A photocopy of the police file would be welcome.
Jordan, I can't do that.
I want that information, and I don't care how you get it.
I'll do my best.
Fine. As long as your best brings results. And, don't make me wait and call you in here. As soon as you have something, I want to see you in this office. You got that?
Yeah. Yeah, I got that.
Hi, Mom.
Sally! What are you doing here?
Well, I came over to see you. I want to talk to you about something.
Well, couldn't wait until I got home.
Oh, well, that's just it. By the time I get home tonight, you'll probably be asleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to help Leigh study for a history test.
Well, I've always found studying to be more successful when done alone.
To each his own.
You know, what with dating this young man and helping him study, it seems you may be neglecting
Look,
your...
Mom, I didn't come here to discuss Leigh's study habits or the amount we're dating.
Okay. Well, what was it that was so urgent?
Well, next week I'm going to be going to Montreal with Leigh.
That, Sally, is out of the question.
Wait a minute.
Wait for what?
I wasn't asking for your permission. I'm telling you about my plans.
Sally, I'm your mother.
Well, then act like one.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, isn't being a mother realizing when your child is grown up?
Sally, you're just a college student.
Oh, that has nothing to do with this. I go to classes with a lot of 40-year-olds.
Don't be ridiculous. It's not the same thing, and you know it.
Okay, look, this discussion is obviously going nowhere. I'm going away for a few days, and I just want you to be aware of it, that's all.
No, Sally. As long as you live in my home, you will do what I say.
Okay. Then I guess the only answer is for me to move out.
Oh, Sally.
Look, I don't need your permission. I can do what I want.
You're being very unfair.
So are you.
You're asking me to agree to something that I do not approve of.
I'm not asking you to agree with anything. I just don't want you laying down a bunch of ultimatums about how I should live my life.
I see. I'm to have no opinion. That's what you're saying.
That is not what I'm saying, and you know it. I just want you to start letting me make my own decisions, and I've decided I'm going with Leigh to Montreal.
Well, then what are we even talking about it for? Oh, Sally, this isn't a discussion. You're the one who's laying down ultimatums.
Well, what else am I supposed to do? You've refused to discuss it with me.
No, I didn't. I simply told you how I felt about it.
No, you didn't. You told me I couldn't go. What do you want me to do, lie to you? Would you prefer it if I did that? I could tell you I'm going on a ski trip with a few girlfriends and their parents.
Honey, I don't know what I wanted you to tell me. I just know I don't want you to go.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry you feel that way because I'm going.
Well, if you knew that when you came here, why did you bother?
I guess I hoped you'd tell me to have a good time.
What did Max say?
Well, he's agreed to give you some time to think about what's going on.
That's all he said?
No, he said more. I guess we both did.
Well, what did he say?
Look, you've got to understand that Mac thinks that I've come between the two of you.
Yes, but that's not true. You were just here to see your son.
Well, Mac doesn't see it exactly that way, and I've got to admit he has a point.
What point?
I came here to see you. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with myself.
So what is Mac going to do?
Well, he says it's in the hands of his attorney.
He actually said that?
Yes. That is an impressive legal team on his side. It's not going to be easy for me to win against that kind of clout.
It's as though he doesn't care at all what I feel in this whole issue.
That's why you need some time to think, without any pressure from me or from Mac.
Yeah, but you see, no matter what I do, one or the other of you is going to get hurt, and I don't want that.
I know.
I mean, no matter what I do, I'm going to be the bad guy in all of this.
You're not the bad guy. I'm going to need your support. If I have any hope of holding on to my son. But I'm not going to put any pressure on you. We both agreed to give you some time.
Yeah, but I don't want time. I don't want that. I don't want all of this.
I know, but you need it. You really do.
No, please, Mitch, don't go.
I don't want to leave. It's just that we both agreed to stay away and not put any pressure on you.
Yeah, but I need somebody.
If you need me, I'm here.
Thanks.
Denny called today. I told him that you dropped that class in English.
Thanks. I guess I should prepare myself for a phone call from my darling brother now, huh?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up in Bay City.
What?
He's real concerned about you, Leigh.
Oh, no, Clarice, I do not need this now. When's he coming?
I don't know that he is coming. It's just a feeling that I got.
This has definitely not been one of my better days.
Well, what's the matter?
I don't know. It just seems like everything is closing in on me. Like Denny, like school, like Sally. She wants to go to Montreal with me next week. I don't think it's going to be such a great idea. I mean, we'd have a lot of fun and everything, but I can't see her mother going along with something like this.
With some mothers, that's a lot to ask.
Yeah, believe me, with hers it is. Sally forgot to pick up Mrs. Frame at the hospital the other day because she was at hockey practice with me. The lady almost came unglued. No. The more I think about it, the more I know it's not a good idea at all.
How do you feel about having Sally come along with you, really?
Well, Clarice, I like her a lot. We have a lot of fun together. I just don't want to rush into anything with her. What am I going to do?
It's simple. Tell her how you feel.
I don't think it'll do any good. Seems she's got her mind pretty well made up.
Appears I got a little carried away tonight, Jordan. $25,000. It's a pretty big debt for a little district attorney like me.
Well, it was worth it, wasn't it?
Think so?
Well, you certainly look like you're having a good time.
Yeah, well, maybe too good a time.
We both know that's impossible.
Well, after tonight, Jordan, I'm just not so sure.
Well, maybe next time you're in, you'll win as much back as you lost tonight.
Yeah. That's the gamble we take, isn't it?
Yeah?
Now, Jordan, I trust this note is going to be our little secret, hmm?
Of course. Goes without saying.
Because, like I told you, I'm thinking about throwing my hat into the ring and running for mayor.
I think that could be a very interesting challenge.
Yeah, well, just my chances are going to be a whole lot better if the folks don't know how I like to spend my evenings.
And we are all very discreet at the arena.
Good. So there shouldn't be any gossip to contradict my official biography?
Your official biography?
Yeah, the one that says my hobbies are golf and the Historical Society. I think it might be bad taste if we put blackjack on that list.
Undoubtedly, but your secret is safe with me and my staff.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I've always felt that was true, Jordan. I think that's probably why I'm so comfortable about coming out here.
Well, I believe a man should be able to pursue any relaxing hobbies, whatever they may be. Even prospective mayors.
Yeah, I agree, but you know as well as I do that when you're seeking public office, you got to give up a little bit of privacy. Backers want to know everything there is about you before they're going to put up a penny.
Speaking of which, Zachary, if there's anything I can do to help you in your campaign, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan, but for now I think I better stick with the support of the Historical Society.
Huh? Anything you say, Zachary, but if you should change your mind, feel free to call on me.
Yeah. You know, Jordan, I think we might be useful to one another over the next couple of months.
I'm counting on it.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, Brian.
Larry, you mind if we talk a minute?
No, what's up?
Well, Jerry told me about the undercover operation the two of you were involved in. About going after Jordan Scott.
What? He told you about that?
Now, Larry, don't be angry.
Why'd he do that?
Because he's worried about you, and rightly so.
But there's still no reason to get you involved.
Well, my guess is that Jerry feels that he's abandoned you since he's been laid up in the hospital here.
Yeah, but that's still no reason to drag you into this. This isn't a game we're playing, Brian.
I'm beginning to realize the danger you and Jerry have put yourselves into.
Well, I've got my reasons.
Blaine?
Yeah, my sister's really gotten herself into a bad situation.
Oh. Larry, please let me help, will you?
Brian, there's no reason for anybody to get involved in this thing.
Look, the fact that I know about it involves me.
Well, then you just better forget you heard about it. Because it's too dangerous.
I know that. I'm still willing to participate if you'll just let me.
There's nothing you can do, Brian. There's nothing anybody can do. I'm going to get Jordan Scott by myself.
How's the eye?
It's going to be okay, they think.
They think? They're not sure?
Well, as sure as they can be. Look, you're stalling, Blaine. What is it?
Jerry, do you trust me?
Why?
I mean, I know you really don't have a reason to, and I understand. But please try, okay?
All right, I trust you, Blaine.
It's a funny question to ask somebody that you were married to once, isn't it? But I don't have a very good track record.
What are you getting at?
Jerry, you never knew. You never understood.
Blaine, I don't know what you're talking about.
How could you? Half the time I don't know what I'm talking about myself.
That's not true. I got a feeling you know just exactly what you want to say. So why don't you just say it? Start at the beginning.
Jerry, I married you for the wrong reasons. But I want you to know, I did fall in love with you. And then it all fell apart. Well, that's all my fault. All of it, and I know it.
Don't do this to yourself.
Please. I never wanted to hurt you. You gotta know that I never loved Jordan Scott. I only left you because he forced me to.
Look, you told me that you loved him.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I did.
Look, why are you going into all this?
Because the last thing I wanted was for you to be hurt. It's exactly what wound up happening. I would have given anything for this not to happen. I'm so... But it did happen. Maybe something good came out of it, huh?
Something good.
It forced me to realize that Jordan has to pay for everything he's done. Everything he's doing.
Now, hold on, Blaine. Now, look, I agree with you, but I don't think you should be making any waves.
For a long time. For months you've been hounding me to leave Jordan.
And I think that might have been bad advice. Dangerous advice.
No. He has to pay for everything he's been doing. He's been getting away for things for much too long. Now, I am the one that is in the position to get him, and I'm going to do it.
Look, before you get involved in something...
No, stop it, Jerry, please. Don't try to talk me out of it, because I'm going to do it.
All right. Look, you want my help? I mean, if that's why you're telling me all this, Blaine, you know I'll do anything that I can.
No. I don't need your help. Besides that, I found out about Larry.
What about Larry?
Oh, come on. You don't have to play the games with me anymore. I know. I know that for about 4 months he's been working undercover. That Jordan Scott has been his target. And that you've been his contact this whole time.
How'd you find out?
Because I told her, Jerry.
You told her?
Yeah. Seems like we're all on the same side now. We're all out to get Jordan Scott.
But the question is, how?
I think Larry probably told you of his suspicions that Jordan has a secret record book.
Yeah,
I think that book exists, too.
Should have seen it. Both of us tried to go through his office at the same time, and we ran into each other looking for it. Like minds and all that.
Yeah. Hey, did you find it?
No. But at least now we know it's not in the office.
Do you have any idea where else he might keep it?
Well, no brilliant ones yet, but Blaine's going to check out at the house.
You know, there are a million places that he could keep something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Look, you guys, we're going to find the book. I don't care how closely Jordan guards it, we're going to find it. Because we have to find it. We have to stop Jordan before he hurts anyone else.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.